Hello, hello. I'm back again with a very late, super late original tag from moi. So I was not tagged because I created the tag. However, I'm tagging like all of you. So yeah, you're tagged. I do have a copy and paste tag list now. So what I did was I went through all of the people that are subscribed to me publicly. Some people don't have their subscriptions public. So if that's the case, you watch this channel and you want me to tag you, but you don't have your subscriptions public, let me know. I'll add your name to the list so you'll be tagged in all of my tag videos and you can just pick and choose whichever ones you want to do. I feel like that's the simplest way to do it. So yeah, there's a bunch of you that are already on that list because you had your subs public, and I figured I would just start with y'all as far as to get a beginning of this tag list. So yeah, all of you are tagged down below. So if your subscriptions are public and you're subscribed to me, you should be on the list. If you're a booktube channel, I didn't put non-booktube channels on there, but yeah, so go check that out. Also, I'm subscribed to all of y'all. I went and checked out your channels. I will begin doing deep dives. So deep dives is where I'm going to go to your Deep dives is where I'm going to go to your channel, watch a bunch of your videos, get a feel of like who you are, what you like to read, and then that way I can recommend you to everybody else. For some creators, not all, but for some creators, I might even be reading some of the books that you've recommended and see what I think of them. So yeah, I'm going to be snooping on some of y'all's channels. So if you want to be snooped on, turn on your... make it public so I can see you're subscribed and you'll be eligible. That's just the easiest way for me to start a list without having to like create a Google Doc or something. But anyway, yes, let's get into this Frankenstein tag. Number 1, Victor Frankenstein, a character who constantly complains or avoids taking responsibility for their actions. I'm going to go with Where I Belong. The girl in that book, oh my, all she did was complain. So the book was written like during the recession, I guess around 2008, which was when I was in high school. And so this girl's dad loses his job. So she winds up getting moved to like Texas or something. I think it was Texas with her grandparents. She is so ungrateful. She just complains about absolutely everything. The romance sucked. And then after all of her complaining, and she only does good things when there is a consequence to not doing them. So she doesn't grow at all, and yet it's like the author just applauds her throughout the whole book for her progress. And I'm like, you have made no progress. And I got rid of the book. I actually finished it. I wanted to DNF it, but I actually finished it. And yeah, no. No. Just complains, and then gets her way in the end. I'm like, why? No. No. Number 2, Elizabeth, a character who's in love with the wrong person. Yeah, Elizabeth, why are you in love with your cousin? I know this is 1818, but still, I'm not into the cousin love. Oh, man. All right, so I went with Farah. I think we can all know what I'm talking about there with the person she shouldn't have been in love with. Then I've got a book, False Security, which you probably never heard of. It is an indie book, and it is absolutely amazing, but really big trigger warnings for domestic partner abuse. Not only physical, but psychological, and some stuff that might even be considered torture. Like, he even like puts drugs into her system to decapacitate her and like binds her and stuff so she can't leave the room. Like, this guy is the most sadistic lover I've ever read about. So yeah, then we've got Too Late by Colleen Hoover. If you want to read something that is just so wild, that's going to be the one. I really liked this one. It has like all the triggers, but I really liked it. I like it when a person who has been a victim to another has their revenge in the way that will hurt that person the most. So I will tell you what this character does if you're curious. But I will just say this guy that she's like living with or whatever, he's like a big time drug dealer. And so there's people in and out of his house, and like there's just all kinds of stuff happening. And then there's this guy who's an undercover cop who winds up living at the house, and he discovers that the girlfriend is like pretty much a captive. And so he's trying to help her escape, but also he can't blow his cover while he's doing it. So they're like meeting each other behind the bad guy's back, and like, ooh, this story was good. I'm going to tell you what she does to get back at him. Are you ready? All right, when my hand goes down, the spoiler is gone. So here is the spoiler. So this guy is like, oh, because you lost your virginity to me, you're mine. I own you. That's basically how he is throughout the whole book. So she gets this undercover cop guy to have sex with her, like doggy style, in the living room, in front of the guy. And he's like, no, I can't watch. Yeah, I thought it was hilarious. So it's like, that's a way to get revenge. Then I've got, Since You've Been Gone. This is because it had a cheating element, and I don't like cheating. You need to break up with the person before you kiss another person. That's all I'm saying. You can go break up with the person and 30 seconds later go kiss the other person. I don't care. But you better be broke up before them lips smooch. Okay? Then I've got Innocent Mage. This is because I really wanted the two male characters to wind up together, but instead the author chose to stick one of the guy characters with this female that he had no chemistry with whatsoever. There was no setup for it, nothing. And I was just like, why? I would rather there have been no romance so that I could have continued to ship the two guys. But yeah, no. I was so sad. Same disappointment that I got when watching Merlin, because I really wanted Merlin and Arthur to watch them together, and it just doesn't go my way. But I actually really like Guinevere in that show, so it was fine. But at the same time, I wanted Arthur and Merlin together. When your friendship is that real, I just want it to turn into war. Okay, and then the Red Queen. The Red Queen, this is the person who you find out is not being completely honest about things. This is the person, because there's more than one person that's like in this. So I'm talking about that person. I'm talking about the person in the twist. All right. I shipped this one with her a lot, even though the ages would have made more sense with her and the other guy. I was like, no, I want her with this one instead. So yeah, if you were as surprised as me by that twist, as far as like you were like, why, let me know in the comments below. Number 3, the monster, a character who could have been good if their past traumas didn't lead them in the direction of evil. And I am going to go with that same character that I was just talking about. I'm going to put up my hand, just say the name, and then I'll put my hand down after I've said the name so you don't get spoiled. Okay, here we go. Maven. Maven, okay? I really liked Maven. Why did you have to be that degree of a mama's boy? That's all I'm saying. Alright, the next one is going to be Heartless, which we know from the premise of Heartless that it is a Red Queen retelling, and that the whole book is basically the origin story of why they turned bad. So the reason why they turned bad was because of what happens toward the end. So again, I'm going to do spoilers to be specific so you can see how this ties into the question. When the hand goes down, the spoilers are gone. Alright, yeah, so she is with the like court jester, the funny guy, the one that is like the Mad Hatter character or whatever. And he gets killed. He gets killed by the Jabberwocky's husband after they kill the Jabberwocky. And so this causes her to be evil because she's just lost her one true love. So if she hadn't loved him, then everything would have been okay and things would have gone in a different direction. Alright, there you go. And then the last one is going to be the book Fairest from the Lunar Chronicles. So this one just has to do with like her upbringing and her childhood, and it was all very beauty based a lot of the times, and she got the short end of the stick, so then she wound up being evil. Yeah, that's how that is. Number 4, Henry, a sidekick who suffers because of their association to the main character. Oliver in Defiance. If you know, you know. He was such a good guardian type father figure, and he did not deserve what came to him. And then I'm also going to go with Jest from Heartless, and I just described what happened with this character in the last question, so I'm not going to say it again. It was in the spoiler section. And number 5, Justine, a character who takes the fall for someone else's crime. And I'm going to go with Luna from The Sorting Room. So this is a indie book, and it was very interesting. I will say that. I did like it. I might do an individual review on it at some point, or put it in a wrap-up. I don't know. Something. I don't know. But anyway, this is about a girl who's being trained to match souls with their parents, but then this other new girl does it wrong. And so the other new girl is very nervous, so she pretends like she was the one that did it wrong, and then they send her down to Earth to match the kid that got misplaced with his true love, because that's how the world stays in order, is for like the right matches to be made. And the thing is that the timeline, in a matter of seconds, this boy is already a teenager. So time is very different in the Sorting Room than it is on Earth. But I liked it. I talked about it in a live reading sprints one time. I went over like pretty much everything that happened in the book. But yeah, that's that. And that is the Frankenstein Tag. So I'm tagging all of you down below in the comments, so you can go check that out, see if you're tagged. If you were, of course, Monty B or another Bibliophile Reads, you're tagged. I mean, you were a co-host. You had to have known this was coming. I'm just a little late getting the tag out there. but it is something I plan on doing with maybe all of the books that we feature. So, yeah, expect like a new original tag a month from me, probably. I don't know how Dracula's going to go, because I'm just not liking the book. I don't know that I'm going to waste my time creating a tag for it. I might create some sort of vampire tag, not necessarily a Dracula tag. Instead, we shall see. But anyway, that's all. Thanks for watching. I will see you all in the next video. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, share with friends, and I will see y'all later. Bye!